I've always found Jim Carrey to be quite an interesting person. He is one of the best actors of our time, and weirdly enough, is quite smart as well, which is kind of rare to see in the acting industry. He would always talk about him getting the role of Jim Carrey and that he was glad to get it, but it's kind of like time to move on. And I think what he's trying to say is that he feels like Jim Carrey is a person he made up for everyone else, but actually wasn't really him. He'd done a lot of roles where he would have method acting, and for people that don't know what that means, it's basically being so into the character that you're playing that it kind of blurs the lines between real life and the role you're playing. You know, there are some people that have method acted and they're playing as like a vampire and they'll sleep in a coffin or something, you know, and it would be quite extreme. And some people have gone to the extremes to be the character they're acting. It's a very weird place for actors to be in, because normally if you'd asked an actor that had done method acting, they would say that, you know, the lines are very blurry between who they are and who they're acting, and sometimes even after the role they still kind of blur the two. And I think in that way it is quite a bad thing. I don't think that anyone should go to that extreme. If they want to, then, you know, that's down to them, but I don't think anyone should have to go to that extreme where they sort of question their identity. That's I don't think is great. But we can take something from this, and you go, what is that? There is a silver lining. A lot of people down talk themselves. They, you know, call themselves fat and dumb and, you know, lazy and all these other negative things, right? And what happens is, when you say these things, although they may not be true, your subconscious doesn't know this. So it thinks that what you're saying about yourself is true, and it has a knock-on effect to what you do in the conscious part of your brain. Now, when you method act, you are basically make-believing that you are someone that you are not. And again, as I said, sometimes after the role, they, you know, are still that person in certain ways. And you can use this to your advantage. If you tell yourself that you are smart, if you tell yourself that you are the person that's up every morning, if you tell yourself you're the person that gets back on the horse, if you tell yourself you're the person that diets and goes to the gym and all these other things, you can actually make your subconscious believe that is true. And in turn, your conscious brain will do the following. Some people may seem this is quite silly and it's self-soothing, or you're just, you know, giving yourself a pat on the back every 10 seconds. No, it isn't that. Even Mike Tyson, one of, I think, if not the person that he holds most high, is I don't know his name, but it's the person that trained Mike Tyson. I think he was also his adopted father. One of the first rules he told him was never talk bad about yourself. Never. He told him the same reason I just told you. And it made Mike Tyson believe that he was already the champion before he was the champion. And then look how easy it came to him. Well, not easy, but I mean, pretty easy, right? Because he believed in himself. And you can believe in yourself in anything you do. You've just got to start talking to yourself in a positive light, not this negative light that you've probably got. If you're talking negative about yourself, you've probably got a lot of that throughout your life, and that's why you talk negative about yourself. But if you actually start to fill your subconscious with positive things and things that you want to be, your conscience will do those things. So the rule today is be kind to yourself.